Good morning. I'm Pastor Steve Prickett of the Warwick Christian Fellowship. Today is Friday, October 16th, and I'm glad you could be with us for this last day of our week of devotions. We'll have them again starting Monday, and our Sunday service will be posted sometime Sunday. So I hope that you can join us for that. I hope you can come and visit us at the Warwick Christian Fellowship. You know, one of my favorite passages in the Bible is one that I kind of based my ministry on years ago. There's a story in the Bible in Matthew 14 where, as you know, Jesus fed the 5,000. Well, actually, he fed more than 5,000. It said 5,000 men besides women and children. Potential maybe 10,000 people there. Well, after that, he went off to pray, sent his disciples out into a boat. These were fishermen, and they were out in the water. They went out about 6 o'clock in the evening. It's at the second evening. And it said in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus came to him on the water. Now that means it was between 3 and 6 in the morning. So they've been out there at least 9 hours, maybe more. And it was a bad weather. They were caught, they were up, they were scared, they were cold, they were hungry, and they weren't getting anywhere. These were fishermen, they couldn't cross the lake. Well, Jesus comes walking to them, and they're all terrified because they think it's a ghost. But Peter says, wait a minute, we couldn't feed the 5,000 without him. We couldn't do this without him. And Peter says, Lord, he said, and this is in Matthew 14, verses 28 through 29. And Peter says, Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water. And he said, come. And Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water and came toward Jesus. That's an amazing story. Peter got out of the boat. Now, all the other guys sat in the boat. They were scared. Peter got out of the boat. That's when the Christian life gets exciting. When God calls you and you get out of the boat. When you get out of the pew and actually go out and do ministry. And you know, that's an impossible task. Peter, as a fisherman, knows, I can't walk on water. But with God, all things are possible. See, Peter wasn't qualified to do it. God qualified him. Jesus gave him the ability. And he got out of the boat and he walked on the water. You know, I've looked at my preaching history for 37 years now and wonder, what am I doing? But, you know, God called me to do it, and somehow it just keeps working. God will do that for you. Don't be afraid to take a step of faith when God is calling. Well, how do you know when God is calling? Well, you listen for his voice. You get to learn him through prayer. You learn him through his word. You learn him through the messages you'll hear in your church if you have a Bible teaching church. And then you respond to what God puts on your heart. That doesn't mean you just foolishly try something on your own because you just feel like doing it. If you know that God is calling you, don't be afraid to take that step of faith. Be willing to get out of the boat. Who do you think had the most exciting night that night? Peter walking on the water, or the guys that just sat in the boat and watched it? Don't be afraid to get out of the boat when God calls you. It can really make your ministry, it can make your life as a Christian very exciting. And you can see God do miracles you would never expect. Now, he may not call you to walk on a boat. He may just call you to help a friend or to counsel somebody or to give to something. And you'll be surprised at how he will bless that if you do. And you know what? Sometimes you get started, you get in trouble because you start to think you can't do it. That's what Peter did. He began to look around, realized what he was doing, began to sink. But the cool part was, once he put his eyes back on Jesus, Jesus picked him right back up again and helped him, and he did the impossible. So that's my encouragement to you today. Don't be afraid today to get out of the boat on faith and trust the Lord. I hope this helped you. I hope you have a great day, and I hope I see you again Monday. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.